Okay, Devil Whisper. So, do you wanna try it? Oscar, huh? You know what it's like with another man? Oscar, what are you talking about? You're not sure you can write about it, right? Yeah. Then let's try it, just a little. Oscar, no way. You don't want to? Oh, I would say I'm not interested, but I don't want to do something like that with a friend. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Desmond. Today we will be playing Knights College Kemono visual novel part 6. Before that, please subscribe my channel. Let's get started. The following days, free time. As I'm sitting in my room thinking of where to go, Oscar comes to visit. Oscar, there's something I need your help with. You need my help? That's rare. Usually it's the other way around. But if I can be of any help, what is it? Oscar, I just wanted you to read the novel I'm working on and get your opinion on it. Wow. What? Me? Oscar, yes. Do you want to? No, I'm just not sure how helpful I can be. I don't read that much. Oscar, that's okay. Even those who don't read have valuable opinions. As a fellow Recall fan, I want you to be the first one to read it. So sweet. Please. Well, I guess I'll try, but don't put too much weight behind my words. Oscar, okay, thank you. It's not very long, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time. I'll read as much as I can today, then. Now can see how important am I to Oscar. Here should be good. While reclining against a tree in the rear garden, I flipped through the pages of the book Oscar gave me. It's the story of a young knight named Finn. Whoa, long time I no see myself. So good looking. Finn was engaged to be married to a girl. Her name was Stella. It was their parents' decision for them to marry, but the two liked each other and were happy to just see their meeting as fate. But one day, while Finn and Stella were out shopping, they were attacked. Stella was shot and killed. It was an outlaw hired by imprisoned criminals Finn had caught in the past. They had him attacked to get revenge. Finn is furious and seeks his own revenge on the criminals, but that doesn't bring Stella back. With his terrible loss completely turning around his once happy life, Finn quits being a knight and sets out on a wandering journey. But the regret of not being able to protect Stella does not disappear. His grief continues to consume him. Having lost all hope of living, he wanders aimlessly around the country. Barely eating, wandering, finding cheap inns to sleep at, the cycle repeats over and over. With no destination, he vacantly searches for a place to die. A long period of time passes this way. Then, on the cliff by a small coastal town he is a complete stranger in, Finn decides to die. Oh, this story is very heavy. Choosing to end his life in the most unceremonious way, he jumps. He made a self-defeating and desperate choice to bring a dull end to his dull life. Wait, he's going to die? I closed the book at the part where the story is about to continue. I was so engrossed in reading it that I finished the prologue quicker than I realized. I'll read the rest later. Is this story really nice? I feel like it's like a sad story, but I thought Oscar will write something adventurous. like night story. I ended up spending all my free time reading. I was given this novel to review it, but now I just want to know what happens next. Oscar, what did you think, Kemono? I've only gotten through the prologue, but I can't wait to keep reading it. Oscar, really? Oh, he feels very happy. Grandly, what are you guys talking about? Oscar, Kemono is reading my novel for me. Gran, you didn't want to ask me? Oscar, you read books? Gran, hey, don't treat me like an idiot. Oscar, well, once Kemono is done, I'll have you read it too. Gran, leave it to me. So easy to be pleased, this big tiger. I have to finish it as soon as possible. I'm completely captivated by Oscar's novel during the next day free time as well. I lean against the tree and quietly read on. Finn has decided to take his own life by jumping off a cliff. However, just as he is about to do so, he meets a young man on the cape who looks just like Stella. What? When he saw him, his heart stopped. Wait. A man and a woman, how to look exactly alike? He's the spitting image of Stella, despite the gender difference, okay? When Finn can't help but ask his name, the young man says, Terra. Are you serious? Even the name is so alike. Even their names sound familiar. Feeling like his luck has turned around, Finn quickly lets the idea of suicide go and invites Terra to a meal. His first decent meal in age and the amazing variety of flavors give him a sudden new outlook on life. Finn peppers Terra with questions, but it seems he has absolutely no relation to Stella. He didn't know her, nor were they something like long-lost siblings. Finn can't find anything connecting them, let alone a blood relation. It's purely by coincidence that they look alike. Even so, Finn wasn't the least bit disappointed. Just the fact that someone like Stella exists is enough to bring him joy. It seems that Terra's family live in poverty, and he works in a brothel as a male prostitute. Whoa! Terra had captured Finn's interest, so he would go to his brothel every day and pick him. They didn't do anything but enjoy a friendly chat though. Finn would tell Terra, I still feel Terra is a very feminine name, who was uneducated and had no knowledge of the world or about the work he did as a knight. Terra listened to his dramatic stories like they were tales from another world. Likewise, Terra seemed otherworldly to Finn with his town's unique culture. They were an inspiration to each other. They each make up for what the other lacked. Finn's kind treatment gradually began to build Terra's trust. Before too long, he started to develop feelings for him. Wow! Being a male prostitute, he was the least likely person for someone to fall in love with. Terra knew that better than anyone else. He was nothing more than a substitute for the woman named Stella. He thought he understood that from listening to Finn's stories and managed to keep himself from asking for more. Then, about 2 months after their fateful encounter, Finn proposed the idea of starting a new life together. Wow! He asked him to quit being a prostitute and live with him. A beast prostitute is interesting. And live with him to live together. The serious look in Finn's eyes caused Terra to burst into tears, and he decides to leave town with him. Terra, I'm so glad you met Finn. I'm sure they will be able to turn their life around. They have such a good life ahead of them. But this book still has 3 more chapters. I'll save the rest for later. I should stop here. I never expect that Oscar will write some love story, like boy love story. I thought he will write some stuff, night things. I hope it has a happy epilogue. Da, 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 da. Oscar, how's the reading going? I'm glad they get to be happy together, but I get the feeling something bad is about to happen. Oscar, so that's how far you are, huh? Well, I won't spoil it for you. Gran, oh, are you talking about the hero and his love interest? Oscar, love interest? I guess it does seem that way. Gran, how does it end? Just tell me that. Wait, stop, I haven't finished it yet. Gran, oh, don't you want to know what happens next? I'd rather find out for myself. Yeah, it's true. Oscar, I guess Grant is the kind of guy who doesn't care about the spoilers. Grant, nope, not at all. You are weird. Once again, the following day's free time. I have decided to read the rest of Oscar's novel in one sitting in my room. It's better in here where no one will disturb me. I want to finish it today, no matter how it ends. Okay. Finn bailed Tara out and has decided to take him back to his hometown. Being with Tara makes the long road back home feel completely new to Finn compared to when he was wandering around. The world looks totally different now, it's crisp and full of vibrant colors. Tara happily holds Finn's hand without even having to look down. Finn squeezes back. So sweet. Gender doesn't matter. Stella's face is definitely there. Even if it's just for a moment, having someone next to him who can feel that hole in his heart gives Finn the strength to walk again. Then as they reach the outskirts of Finn's hometown, Finn noticed something feels off. His village, it was different. The humble village he had known was now prosperous. The sign has changed. He has no memory of seeing what was currently on them. The roads has changed. Cobblestone was laid where there had been none before. The houses had changed. Here was supposed to be his Uncle Rand's house. Change. What once was modest is now prosperous. While painfully squeezing Tara's hand, Finn pushed his anxiety aside and headed to his house. But his home is not there. Another is in its place. How strange! Finn finally loses control of his anxiety. A chill runs up his spine and he's no longer able to stand. Tara holds him up as he slumps down. His face is the only thing barely holding Finn's sanity together. This isn't the world he knew. Wow, fascinating story. At that moment, Finn suddenly remembers everything. That day, that coast, and what happened on that cliff. I really did jump. I took my own life. Oh! Wow! Out of despair. He watched emotionlessly as he stepped off the cliff and into the wildly crashing wave below. But when he looks around, he noticed he's still on the ground. Next to him is a young man who looks just like Stella. That's right, I did die. Tara shakes his head. No, you didn't, you're alive. But I really did jump that day. Yes, you jumped and crossed over. Cross over? Yes, Finn. You know what's going on? ... Tell me, Tara, what on earth happened to me? Finn, you... Tara begins to tell him everything. According to him, the cape is connected to another world. On that day, Tara had also gone there to take his own life. But before he could throw himself off the cliff, he saw a man coming down from heaven. He was certain he had fallen but not appeared out of nowhere. The man had landed on the cliff and spoke to him as if nothing had happened. He seemed to see someone else in him, so he decided not to kill himself. Just like that. As they talked, Tara was somehow able to realize he was not from this world. He jumped like Tara was going to, and cross over to this world. He would be lying if he said he wasn't shocked, but more importantly, he was happy to have someone in front of him who needed him. It gave him joy to think that even a life as worthless and meaningless as he was, perhaps given the task of helping someone. I see, now I understand why you look so much like Stella. Finn, sensing all this, hugs Terra as he sheds heavy tears. You are the Stella of this world, you came for me. Terra hugs Finn back with a gentle smile. Welcome home, Finn, now we'll be together. Wow, what a nice love story! Why the game developer they don't just make this story into visual novel as well? ... A furry Kemono love story. A crossover story. The story ends, leaving me with a strange feeling. I think about all I have read and what I want to tell Oscar. Right! It's time to pay a visit to Oscar's room. Man, that was incredible! Oscar, really? You enjoyed it? It's strange. I thought it was strange, weird, but I couldn't pull myself away. I kept thinking, I can't believe it. But when I read it again, stuff like it was like another world and the roads has changed really sold it. Oscar, that's right. There are things you will recognize later. The welcome home and you are the Stella of this world at the end was so meaningful. Oscar, I see. What do you think they mean? The two worlds, the people living in them look just as similar to each other as the terrain and scenery does. Even though Terra and Stella are the same person, I guess being from different worlds means they have different genders. But maybe that's not really the truth. Maybe Finn just took the liberty of assuming Terra is Stella, and Terra just went along with it. Am I right? Oscar, I don't want to make anything official, I'd rather leave it out to the reader's imagination. I see. But it's still nice to have someone else read it. You have discovered things that are even new to me. I had a lot of fun reading it too, thank you. In fact, I had spent the last few days completely absorbed by it. I think it was a nice break from the Knights College. That must be because of his talent. Oscar, is there anything else you would like to say? Maybe something besides feedback, like advice or pointers? What? No. I'm not good enough to give you anything like that. Sure you are. Your interpretation was quite insightful and interesting. Anything is fine, just tell me what you think. Private talk. Can I ask you a question that might be a little weird? What? I was wondering why didn't Finn sleep with Terra? Huh? Okay. Oscar, ... I mean, I understand why he didn't when Terra was working. He would have felt guilty for paying to do it. But they could have once they left town, right? Oscar, sleep together? Oh, I see. I was a bit confused by what you meant. Oscar, I guess I've been trying not to think about it too much. Why not? Oscar, I don't have any experience with something like that. I don't even know what two men do with each other. Okay, actually it's okay not to write, because if you write something sexual, right, it become more like an adult version of novel. But if you write it in a way that no adult scene, then it's like just a romantic novel. It's fine. Then why did you make Terra a man? Oscar, I thought it would be too convenient for him to be a woman. Yeah, I agree. If there was a woman who looks exactly like her in another world, Finn would look like a real jerk if he wanted to switch worlds right away. I guess. Logic. I made him a man because I wanted to express the transcendence of the worlds by way of a love that transcends gender. Wow. It's just like now we are playing this game, we like the love of beast, Kemono. It's like no matter the outlook, love transcends. Ah, I see. The change in the love interest gender really does make it feel like the world is different. Oscar, surely that's more convincing than a sex scene. You should still write one, it would be a great way to end it. What do you think? Oscar, I'm not sure about that. Why not? Oscar, I don't think I can do it. Even though you're such a good writer, this is different. It won't sound convincing if I don't have any experience. True. Oscar, you should have experience with Kemono. Consult. Oh, okay, here is an empty space. Okay, I will help where I can. Let's figure out together. You should say, Kemono used to say, let's do it together. Oscar, really? Well, I'm not much of a romantic person either. Oscar, you really haven't done anything like that? Pretty much. Oscar, pretty much? So you have done a little. What about you? Haven't you done at least something? Oscar, I told you never, it's always been by myself. Do what by yourself? Oscar, nothing. Oh my god, stop teasing, Oscar. Come on, tell me. No. Haha. In the end, we couldn't come up with anything. I'm sure he'll be able to write about it someday though. I believe in his talent. Ah! Normal Ann! Buff time! Gran! Gran or Oscar? Gran then. Should I invite Gran? Hi, my baby boy! Oh, yeah! What's wrong? My muscles are kinda sore. I was pushing myself pretty hard today. Do you want me to massage for you, my tiger man? That's what happens when you work out too much. Grant, sore muscle means more muscle. When I think about it like that, the pain feels good. I really need to stop skipping workouts and get in shape. Grant, you have got a lot to deal with too, right? Stuff like studying and fencing. I guess you are right. I'm so far behind in everything. Grant, we have been talking to a lot of people. You are probably the most recognizable face in our class. Well, that's because cards make a lot of that happen. Grant, Professor Celio said talking to people is important too. Maybe that's what will make you a good knight. You think? Right now, I can't shake my inferiority complex, but I hope I can be a good knight. Grandly affection when Okay, let's try this confirm again. No, I think it's fine. Don't change a thing. Oscar, really? Totally. I could really tell it was by an award-winning writer. Oscar, you think so? Hehe. Alright, I'm starting to feel more confident. Thank you, Kemono. Don't mention it. As he gains more and more confident, he could write even better stuff in the future and maybe even become a famous author. Maybe he will make a masterpiece like Recall the Traveling Knight someday. With the thought of that, I can't help but feel a little proud. Normal and encouragement. Let's do it again. Okay, bath time again. Oscar then. Should I invite Oscar? Aww. What were you up to during free time today? I didn't see you anywhere. Me? I was in my room the whole time. Oh, working on your novel? Yeah, but I was also doing some special training to try to get my EPs to come out. Special training? Oscar, the professor will be really impressed if I'm the first one to get mine. Ah, I see. But what does your special training involve? Oscar, I'm not really sure what to do, so I just try to get myself fired up by yelling. Yelling? Ha! So adorable. Oscar, like that. Don't scare me like that. Oscar, nothing happened though. I'm not surprised. Okay. Oscar, you have a beautiful body. Oscar, what's with you all of a sudden? I mean like your fur. Oscar, well, I never fail to give it a good brushing every day. Wow. Question mark. You know, once you get a tattoo, it doesn't look like your fur will grow back. Oscar, I guess you're right. You really have to put a lot of thought into where it's going to go. Oscar, oh, are you talking about Professor Celio tattoo? Yeah, I'm sure there must be some deeper meaning for him to get one. And he doesn't seem like the type of person to get a tattoo on a whim. I can't stop thinking about the reason for it. Oscar, if it were you, when would you want to get a tattoo? Huh? I've never thought about it. Oscar, come on, just try to imagine for a moment. Maybe if my heart was broken? Don't do that, okay? Oscar, has that happened to you? No. Oscar, then why did you say that? You told me to imagine something. Oscar, oh yeah. Isn't getting a tattoo a way to say you went through a bad breakup? This is so human. It certainly is possible he was dumped by someone he loved and got it out of despair. Do you think Professor Celio had that kind of experience? ... It's hard to imagine. I think he would be the one doing the dumping, not the other way round. Oscar, that's true. When it comes to love, there's still a lot I don't know. Finally. Okay. Devil Whisper. So, do you wanna try it? Oscar, huh? You know what it's like with another man? Oscar, what are you talking about? You're not sure you can write about it, right? Yeah. Then let's try it, just a little. Oscar, no way. You don't want to? I would say I'm not interested, but I don't want to do something like that with a friend. Really? Oscar, sorry, I know you're just trying to help me out. That's okay, don't worry about it. Let's just do what we can. In that case, I would like to hear about your experiences with love. Wait, I'm hardly the right person to ask. Oscar, what do you mean by hardly? Are you saying you have some? What about you? Haven't you done at least something? Oscar, I told you, never. It's always been by myself. Do what by yourself? Oscar, nothing. Come on, tell me. No! And so Oscar and I spent the rest of the time talking. I wasn't up to the task of helping him with his novel, but I'm sure even that was enough to keep Oscar going. If he becomes a famous novelist one day, I wonder if I will be able to brag about this moment. True Road, the next great author. Oh yes! Wow, the cards are still not collected 100% and the hearts as well. Okay, never mind. I think for now we stop here. And then if you like my video and you wish to see more videos, please subscribe to my channels. Thank you. Bye.